From the banks of the Allegheny, welcome to Film Bits, True Detective, Episode 8, Part 1. This is going to be a 5-parter, so these will be the last 5 recordings I do on True Detective. I'm kind of sad to see it go, as I think I said at the start of last episode, but all good things end and all that jazz. Let's kick it off to one of the coolest episode beginnings of the series. Crane shot down. Got the sounds of insects, birds, all this ambient sound. And then the crane pushes in.
Them flies are getting thick.
This house.
Somebody ought to give you a good hosing. Heat ain't helping. Well, reckon you'll keep another day. Be good, I'll bring you some more water around noon. Bye, Daddy.
Okay, so we are only a minute in, minus the song. Wow. So how's that for a start? So here we go. This is our lawnmower guy. We come in on this shack. He's talking to someone who we don't get a clean shot of, but who is stretched out on the bed. Flies are getting thick. You'll hold one more day. Get you some water around noon. Red graffiti all over the walls. And of course, the opening shot after we came in off that crane was one of a seared, branded spiral that we've seen throughout this series on the back of our green-eared spaghetti monster. Hello, welcome to episode 8. Let's pick it back up. I might actually do this in 4 parts, thinking about it. So we are definitely out in the wilds. Cut inside, 3 edits, 2 on dolls, 1 on that woman. Spaghetti monster coming in the house.
I get kind of unreasonable about things like that.
He's a great actor. He's been in a lot of shows.
You have a good walk?
Yes, my dear. Top-notch walk.
He puts on the voice of the person on the TV.
Top-notch.
Scars on his back. Discoloration on his back.
It's been weeks since I left my mark. Would that they had eyes to see.
Hey, don't you give Miss Billionaire them dirty feet?
Minor grade hoarder house there.
Sorry, old chap.
Old chap new to run. I'd love to do a breakdown of everything in this house, all the set decoration, because it's all intentional, right? Look at all those newspapers stacked, and this woman. Not the most hygienic apron in the world.
Flowers today?
Do you want to make flowers?
Now, Betty, I have very important work to do. My ascension removes me from the disc and the loop. I'm near final stage. Some mornings, I can see the infernal plane.
Still holding on to that English accent. Spaghetti Monster Man just said earlier that it's been a while since he's shown his mark, or however he put it, since he's murdered a girl. And now he's talking about the disc and the loop and the infernal plane, Carcosa. He's ascending. So whatever he's been working towards for all of these years, decades, because remember, he was around this thing when he was a younger boy, seems to be getting ready to wrap up. Pick it back up.
You haven't made flowers on me for maybe 3 weeks.
There's a phrase.
Makes me sad is all.
Come up with me, Laplace, here, and let me comfort you in your distress.
I'm gone from English to Irish.
Fun of me again.
Know why to do a thing like that, huh? Is it because you're nae so bright? Because of your head being so slow and like.
Oh, you better let me go, because I'll burn your eggs.
This is uncomfortable.
Couldn't you tell me about Grandpa?
Another voice. Can you tell me about Grandpa? The illusion here to me is that if they're sharing the same grandpa, they're related. They're getting sexual. She seems to have some sort of mental disability, inbreeding, things of that nature. That's what I'm getting out of the scene. Pick it back up.
I was in the cane fields, and it caught me when I was alone. And the dirt was warm. I felt the dirt warm on my back.
So Grandpa caught her in the cane fields, and the dirt felt warm on her back. Notice that verb, caught me. So Grandpa molested her. I mean, this just is getting very twisted and dark as these pieces come together. It's already bad enough with the child predatory crimes and things of that nature, but now that we're at the inner circle of this cult, this Carcosa cult, and we're talking about familial members of the people that started this cult, it's just getting even very, very darker and more twisted to a normal set of moral standards. Pick it back up. Love this fade. Fade out of the house. Fade to the swamp, right? Pull back, transition. There's a road. Creole National Trail. Pull back. So all of these shots just give us the idea of how remote, how in the middle of nowhere that house is. Pull back, and then it transitions us into this scene.
Take it out of the bag and put it in the machine.
I think Russ just said he's going to shoot his kneecap off if he didn't watch this tape. Now, we all know, dramatic irony, we all know what's on this tape. They're going to make the sheriff here watch it. I like the shot of Marty with no head. Marty knows what's on this tape. He doesn't want to
Don't look
engage.
at me. Look at the TV.
He walks out back. Literally faceless, as he doesn't want any part of this. A shot to show us that it was the same video as before, in case anyone didn't realize this. And now we'll see the effects on Geraci here.
Jesus Christ.
Why are you showing me this?
Another great shot, that big wide, giving us the scope and power of his scream. Look at that fuzzy, non-diegetic sound coming in there.
The little girl's the one you said went to see your daddy, Marie Fontenot, circa 1990.
Russ, totally in control.
I took a missing juvenile report. And when I went back to follow up on it, the file said, report made an error. I never wrote that. So I marched it right into the sheriff, Ted Childers. He's dead now. He did it.
What did the sheriff say?
He said he'd changed it. That he knew the mother and the father, but the aunt and the uncle. It was a niece once removed from him or something. It's a chain of command. No reason to change it. I just follow what the big man says. It's how this all works. I tried to get back with the mother. I tried to get back with her. She was gone. She split. The file was gone. Nobody said a word. Later that year, I was in state CID on Ted's recommendation. Nobody ever gave me a reason to second guess it. His chain of command. Right?
What do you think?
I don't think he's lying. As far as he knows.
As far as I know. What the fuck is with you, man?
It'd be a whole lot safer if we staged something, Marty. Sent the Maserati over the guardrail.
Long shot of our guy. Still don't know his name. So we just got to keep calling him Spaghetti Monster until we learn different. Push. Attention is on those little girls. Non-diegetic sound coming in. You can see it distracts him.
I can get you a cafeteria lunch if you're hungry.
That's all right, miss. I gotta get on with my work.
Double
Lots to
meaning
do
there.
today.
Oh, all right.
So he's planning something else. He ain't just talking about painting, is he? Whistling that tune. And this boy comes up. It's interesting the Spaghetti Monster is kind of shrinking from him. Not trying to scare him or anything. In fact, doesn't even want to make eye contact with him. We're back here with your AC.
We're gonna hang on to your phone and your gun till we get safe. I'm mailing to you once we know we are. That work for you, Steve?
You can bet your ass it doesn't. And it's Sheriff Geraci to you, shitheel.
Look, Steve, you're gonna
Comes
wanna
back and calls him Steve.
swing some dick on this thing. I'm gonna give you a couple
Swing
reasons
some
why you
dick.
won't.
Great writing.
First off, we found this tape in your possession. It's a video of the little girl that you said was not missing. Second off, all findings are with lawyers ready to be forwarded to media outlets, feds, CID, U.S. attorneys. Should either one of us get sworn a warrant or either one of us just fall off the face of the fucking earth as people are wont to do in your neck of the woods. So just think about that little girl, Steve.
What about your boat?
That ain't my boat. You know whose boat that is?
I never seen it before.
It's gonna come back on you, you assholes. One way or another.
You just think about that little girl, Steve.
For quite some time, I'm gonna be thinking about you, Rust.
Hey, one other thing, Steve. Got an old sniper pal, all right? Contract's already been paid. Me or Marty, we see cuffs or coffins, you're gonna end up
Cuffs
in
or
the dirt.
coffins.
Then we're gonna smear your name.
I got something coming for you, baby. Your psycho bit don't cur me, boy. You hear me?
Even Marty didn't know this was coming. God, I love Rust. Thanks so.
I strike you as more of a talker or a doer, Steve?
That's my fucking car! God damn it!
Behind fast.
You motherfuckers! Fuck you!
And pause. And the name of this episode, I strike you more as a talker or a doer. God, I love that scene. That's one of my favorite scenes in the entire run. So there we go. Hey, we know this thing wraps up in approximately 40 minutes. And there still seems like there's a lot of questions left to be answered. It gets there. But I will say that critics had problems with the ending of this show. And I'm going to leave that up to you whether you have problems with it or not after we discuss a little bit. So we're going to do, I think, 4 episodes. And then I say that and I'll wind up filming 5. But it's going to be somewhere between 4 or 5. We'll see what it is. Until the next time, thank you very much. See you then.